Welcome all, my dear friends. Let us continue our journey in the world of IPR by picking a rule of the Patents Rules 2003 as amended by Amendment Rules 2021. Okay, so here I have shown a clock. Okay, and a clock symbolizes time. Okay, as we are discussing a series where all the sections and the rules are related to Form 4, and Form 4 is about request for extension of time. I think this clock symbolizes the correct theme, right? So let us proceed. Yeah, extension of time. Fine. Okay. Now the old slide again, and here we know Form 4 is related to sections 53 1 and 142, and the rules related are Rule 13, Rule 24B, Rule 80 and Rule 130. Okay, also, yeah, what is Form 4? Form 4 is request for extension of time, and section 53 is term of patent, section 142 is fees, rule 13 is specifications, rule 24b is examination of application, rule 80 is renewal fees under section 53, rule 130 is application for review of decisions or setting aside of orders of the controller. Okay friends, so let us continue our session with a particular rule. So what is the rule that we will see in the next? Today's rule is Rule 24B. It comes from chapter 4, that is publication and examination of applications. Okay, and here Rule 24B has the title Examination of Application. Okay, so let us proceed. Okay, there are 6 sub-rules to rule number 24B, and as usual I have picked up some of the keywords or key phrases for the respective sub-rules. Okay, so the keyword for subrule 1 is request for examination. The keyword for subrule 2 is reference. The keyword for subrule 3 is first statement of objections. The keyword for subrule 4 is reply to the first statement of objections. The keyword for subrule 5 is application in order for grant. The keyword for subrule 6 is extended. Okay, so these are the keywords or the key phrases. Okay, so by just remembering these keywords or key phrases, you can very well recall the gist of the subrules of the particular rule. And here the rule is Rule 24B. Okay, let us proceed. Subrule 1. Subrule 1, clause 1 says, a request for examination under section 11B shall be made in form 18 within 48 months from the date of priority of the application or from the date of filing of the application, whichever is earlier. Okay. Clause 2 says, the period within which the request for examination under subsection 3 of section 11B to be made shall be 48 months from the date of priority if applicable, or 48 months from the date of filing of the application. Okay. So, for reference I have given here section 11B, the title is request for examination. Form 18, the title is request or express request for examination of application for patent. Okay. Here you can see this thing is substituted by Patents Amendment Act, substituted by Patents Amendment Rules 2006, and the whole clause, that is clause 2, is substituted by Patents Amendment Rules 2006. Okay, so here actually this time period has been changed or substituted by 48 months. Okay. Okay, now we can say one thing, that clause 1 says a request for examination will be done, and this is done as per section 11b, and particularly as per subsection 1 of section 11b, and this request shall be made via form 18. Okay, and the time period here is 48 months from the date of priority of the application, okay, or from the date of filing of the application. Now, out of these two either or conditions, whichever is earlier, whichever is the earliest one, that is taken into consideration. Fine. Now we will go to clause 2. The period within which the request for examination under subsection 3 of section 11b, that is under subsection 3 of section 11b, to be made shall be 48 months. Okay, shall be made, just a minute, 48 months from the date of priority if applicable, or 48 months from the date of filing of the application. Here also two either are conditions. Okay, either from the date of priority if applicable, or from the date of filing of the application. Okay, the period is 48 months. Okay, so we can move to the next clause. Next clause, that means clause 3 of subrule 1. Okay, clause 3 says the request for examination under subsection 4 of section 11b shall be made within 48 months from the date of priority, or from the date of filing of the application, or within 6 months from the date of revocation of the secrecy direction, whichever is later. Okay, so if you see here, this, that means clause 3 as a whole, is substituted by Patents Amendment Rules 2006. So here also you can see the request for examination, this is as per section 11b subsection 4, and it will be made within 48 months from the date of priority, that means either condition, or from the date of filing of the application. Okay, or another or condition, that means within 6 months from the date of revocation, okay, revocation of secrecy direction. Okay, from the date of revocation of the secrecy direction, whichever is later. Okay, whichever is later, that is considered. Fine. So for this you can go to section 38. Section 38 is revocation of secrecy directions and extension of time. Okay, so now you can relate this thing to clause 3 of the subrule 1. You can relate to section 38. Fine. Next, clause 4. Clause 4 you can see here is substituted by Patents Amendment Rules 2006. So what is given in clause 4? The request for examination of application is filed according to the explanation under subsection 3 of section 16 shall be made within 48 months from the date of filing of the application, or from the date of priority of the first mentioned application, or within 6 months from the date of filing of the further application, whichever is later. Okay, So just remember these things, that just a minute. Yeah, within 48 months, okay, within 6 months, and whichever is later. Okay, so for this clause you can correlate section 16. Section 16 is power of controller to make orders respecting division of application. Fine. If you can remember, this is about divisional applications. Fine. So here what it is saying, that the request for examination of application is filed as per the explanation under section 16 subsection 3, it shall be made within 48 months from the date of filing of the application or from the date of priority of the first mentioned application. And another or condition is there which says within 6 months from the date of filing of the further application, for the of the further application, and whichever thing is later, that is taken into consideration. Fine. So please remember these things. These are the important points we can say. Okay. Next we'll go to clause 5. The period for making request for examination under section 11B of the applications filed before the first day of January 2005. Okay, we will just do one thing before the first day of January 2005. Shall be the period specified under the section 11B before the commencement of the Patents Amendment Act 2005 or the period specified under these rules whichever expires later. Okay, so remember this thing, we have a date actually. What it is given here? The period for making request for examination as per section 11B of the applications, and if they are filed before 1st January 2005, that means before the starting of the year 2005, it shall be the period specified under the section 11B before the commencement of the Patents Act, because it is natural that Patents Amendment Act date is not the first day of January 2005, right? Okay, so here it is mentioned that the period for making request for examination as per section 11B of the applications filed before 1st of January 2005 shall be the period specified under the section 11B before the commencement of this Patents Amendment Act 2005 or the period specified under these rules, whichever expires later. That means it gives us a longer life or longer time span. That's why it is given whichever expires later. That means more time is given. Fine. So this way up to clause 5 we have completed. Subrule 2. Subrule 2 clause 1 says where the request for examination has been filed under Subrule 1 and application has been published under section 11A, the controller shall refer the application specification and other documents related thereto to the examiner, and such reference shall be made in the order in which the request is filed. Okay, provided that in case of a further application filed under section 16, the order of reference of such further application shall be the same as that of the first mentioned application. Provided further that in case the first mentioned application has already been referred for examination, the further application shall have to be accompanied by a request for examination, and such further application shall be published within 1 month and be referred to the examiner within 1 month from the date of such publication. Okay, so subrule 2, it is actually subrule 2 clause 1, it is substituted by Patents Amendment Rules 2016, and here the keyword is reference. Okay, and the section which is correlated with this subrule is, or with the subrule, yeah, with the subrule and clause 1, the section which is correlated is section 11A, that is publication of applications. Okay, so let us take a look here. Where the request for examination has been filed, that means a request for examination is filed as per subrule 1 that we already have discussed, and application has been published under section 11A. Fine. Okay. The controller shall refer the application. The controller shall refer the application, the specification and other related documents to the examiner, and such reference shall be made in order in which the request is filed. That means what is the sequence is there, it follows that sequence. As per the sequence only the filing is done. Okay, so the conditions here are provided that in case of a further application filed as per section 16, the order of reference of such further application shall be the same as that of the first mentioned application. That means the order shall be same as for the age of the first mentioned application. Another condition, provided further that in case the first mentioned application has already been referred for examination. Okay, that means first mentioned application has already been referred for the examination, then the further application shall have to be accompanied by a request for examination. That means whatever will be the further application, it must be accompanied with a request for examination, and such further application shall be published within 1 month. The time period is 1 month and be referred to the examiner, and to be referred to the examiner within 1 month from the date of such publication. That means here the time period is given. Fine. So let us proceed. Okay, clause 2. The period within which the examiner shall make the report under subsection 2 of section 12 shall ordinarily be 1 month but not exceeding 3 months from the date of reference of the application to him by the controller. Here we must remember this thing, shall be ordinarily 1 month but not exceeding 3 months. That means the maximum time period is 3 months, we can say. Okay, so let us take a look here. The period within which the examiner shall make the report under subsection 2 of section 12. That means as per section 12 subsection 2, the period within which the examiner has to report is ordinarily it is 1 month, but it may extend. Okay, but it will not exceed 3 months. That means the maximum time given is 3 months from the date of reference of the application to him by the controller. Okay, so we can say ordinarily it is 1 month, but maximum it can be 3 months, not more than that. Fine. Next we will go to clause 3. And clause 3 is inserted by Patents Amendment Rules 2006. Clause 3 says the period within which the controller shall dispose of the report of the examiner shall ordinarily be 1 month from the date of the receipt of the such report by the controller. Okay. So this time period will be 1 month only. The period within which the controller disposes the report, okay, dispose of the report of the examiner, and this time period is 1 month from the date of the receipt of such report by the controller. Fine. So I think it is clear now. Just one sec, friends. Now let us proceed. Subrule 3. Subrule 3 is substituted by Patents Amendment Rules 2016. This says, a fast statement of objections along with any documents as may be required shall be issued by the controller to the applicant or his authorized agent within 1 month from the date of disposal of the report of examiner by the controller, provided that where the request for examination was filed by a person interested, only an intimation of such examination may be sent to such person interested. Okay, so There may be some objections. Okay, so the first statement of objections along with other documents that may be, what may be required, those shall be issued by the controller to the applicant or his authorized agent, and the time period will be within 1 month from the date of disposal of the report of examiner by the controller. Okay, and the condition is provided that where the request for examination was filed by a person interested. That means if the request for examination is filed by a person interested, then only an intimation of such examination may be sent to the person interested. Okay, so then there may be a general query. Who is who is person interested? Okay, so as per section 2 subsection 1 clause T of the Patents Act 1970, person interested includes a person engaged in or in promoting research in the same field as that to which the invention relates. Okay, so I think now sub rule 3 is quite clear. Okay, so let us proceed. Sub rule 4. This says reply to the first statement of objections and subsequent reply, if any, shall be processed in the order in which such reply is received. That means we can say a FIFO system. That means first input, first output. Okay, that means who has come first, he will take the meals first. The same thing is applied here. That's why it is written like the reply to the first statement of objections and the subsequent replies as well shall be processed in the order in which such reply is received. Fine? Okay. Let us proceed to sub rule 5. The time for putting an application in order for grant under section 21 shall be 6 months from the date on which the first statement of objections is issued to the applicant to comply with the requirements. Here it is 6 months. Okay. So, the time for putting an application in order for grant. So, the keyword here is application in order for grant. As per section 21, the time period is 6 months from the date on which the first statement of objections is issued to the applicant. Why? Why? The reason is to comply with the requirements. Okay. So, what is section 21? Section 21 is time for putting application in order for grant. That's all. Next. Sub rule 6. The time for putting an application in order for grant under section 21 as prescribed under sub rule 5 may be further extended for a period of 3 months on a request in form 4 for extension of time along with prescribed fee made to the controller before expiry of the period specified under sub rule 5. Okay. So, we can just write it 3 months, right? Period is 3 months. Okay. Now let us read it again. The time for putting an application in order for grant as per section 21 as prescribed under sub rule 5 that we have just read, this may be further extended. That means this sub rule discusses or tells about the extension of a period, and that is extension of 3 months if it is requested so in form 4. Okay, along with the prescribed fee, and this is made to the controller before the expiry of the period specified under sub rule 5. Before the, this one is also very important, before the expiry of the period. That means this time request, that means we can say the request for extension of time should be made before the expiry of the period specified as per sub rule 5. Okay, so section 21 is time for putting application in order for grant, just given for reference. So this way friends, all the sub rules of rule 24b are completed. So please go through my video. Please go through the Bare Act as well. The reference is Patents Rules 2003 as amended by Amendment Rules 2021. I think you must have liked it. Okay, so please share your views. Please put your queries, comments, and compliments in my comment box. Thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you so much for watching my video. Stay safe, stay blessed, dear. God bless you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Jai Hind.